Hello students, in this video we shall determine the transport number of cation and anion when the electrodes are attackable. In the previous video we discussed the transport number of cation and anion when the electrodes are not attacking or not reacting. Now let us see when the electrodes are reacting. Before this, let us recapitulate the postulates of Faraday's laws of electrolysis. Suppose let us consider here it is attached to a this electrolytic cell is attached to a copper voltmeter. Copper voltmeter is connected in series with electrolytic cell plus here, so this will become minus electrode. It is attached to here. This will become minus electrode and this will become positive electrode. Now suppose if 3 Faraday of current is passed through this electrolytic cell and this copper voltmeter, we know that when 3 Faraday of current is passed through electrolytic solution, different electrolytic solution, 3 equivalent weights of substances will be deposited. Here cation will deposit because it is cathode, cations will deposit on this electrode. 3 equivalents of cation will be deposited here, 3 equivalents of anion will get deposited on this electrode, and 3 equivalents of copper plus 2 in the electrolytic solution will move here, and 3 equivalents of copper will be deposited on the copper voltmeter also. So when 3 Faraday of current is passed, 3 equivalents is deposited here and 3 equivalents deposited here, 3 equivalents deposited here. And to determine speed of cation, we have to know, to determine transport number of cation, we have to know speed of cation by speed of cation plus speed of anion, or decrease in the concentration of anodic chamber by decrease in the concentration of anodic chamber by decrease in the concentration of anodic chamber plus decrease in the concentration of cathodic chamber will give speed of cation. So but for determining the speed of determining the transport number of cation, we have to determine the decrease in the concentration of all the compartments so that we can determine the speed of cation. So otherwise we can do in another way also. For determining the speed of transport number of cation, we have to determine the decrease in the concentration of anodic compartment, and we have to determine the decrease in the concentration of anodic compartment plus decrease in the concentration of cathodic compartment. These two will give the speed of cation plus speed of anion, or current carried by cation and current carried by anion, that is equals to speed of cation. Decrease in the concentration of anodic compartment plus decrease in the concentration of cathodic compartment is equals to speed of cation plus speed of anion, or current carried by cation plus current carried by anion. Current carried by cation and current carried by anion is equals to total current. Total current is equals to the total Faraday's passed, that is equals to the total amount of copper deposited here, or total amount of anion deposit here, or total amount of cation deposited here. So in order to determine the total current carried, we have total current passed in the circuit, we have to determine the decrease in the concentration of anodic compartment plus cathodic compartment in this way, or we can determine the amount of cation deposited here, or total amount of cation deposited here, or total amount of anion deposited here, or total amount of copper deposited on the copper voltmeter. So either we can calculate the decrease in the concentrations of the anodic and cathodic compartment to determine total current carried passed in the circuit, or determine amount of cation deposited on this electrode, or amount of anion deposited on this electrode, or amount of copper deposited on this electrode. So in this way, by knowing the changes in the concentrations or increase in the concentration, we can determine speed of cation and speed of anion, and transport number of cation and transport number of anion. But let us see now, if the electrodes are can be attacked. Let us take in this tube silver nitrate solution. In this middle compartment, this is anodic compartment, this is middle compartment, this is cathodic compartment, and it is attached to silver voltmeter or copper voltmeter in series. This minus is attached to plus, and this is attached to minus of battery. This is minus is attached to plus, so these are in series. Now Silver nitrate solution is taken in all these chambers. During the process of electrolysis, Ag plus ions, silver ions from this compartment will move, cation will move towards cathode and it gets deposited on this electrode. This is the electrode, metal electrode. And anions from the cathodic compartment, NO3 minus ion will come into this and then will come here. So NO3 minus will come into the anodic compartment. When once they are coming to the anodic compartment, they will get deposited on the anodic compartment if the electrodes are not attacking electrode. Suppose if we take the electrode here is platinum. Platinum is an inert electrode. It will not react. So NO3 minus ions coming into the anodic compartment will get deposited on the platinum wire, platinum electrode. But instead of platinum electrode, if we take silver electrode here, if we take silver electrode here, silver electrode is reactive electrode. So when once NO3 minus ions are coming here, NO3 minus are coming into the anodic compartment, they will react with silver ions and form silver nitrate, and then they bring silver ions into the solution. So instead of getting deposited on the electrode, they will bring the silver ions into the solution. Because of this, the silver nitrate concentration in the solution will increase. But in the previous experiment, Hittorf experiment, where the electrodes are not attacking, after the process of electrolysis, the concentration of cathodic compartment as well as anodic compartment was decreasing. But here, the concentration of cathodic compartment will decrease, but the concentration of cathodic compartment will decrease, but the concentration of anodic compartment will increase, because the NO3 minus ions or any anion will interact with the reactive silver electrode and bring the silver ions into the solution. Because of this, silver nitrate concentration in the solution will increase. But to determine the transport number of a cation, we need decrease in the concentration of anodic compartment to determine the concentration of cation by decrease in the concentration of anodic compartment plus decrease in the concentration of cathodic compartment. Instead of these two, decrease in the concentration is proportional to speed of cation plus speed of anion, or current carried by cation plus current carried by anion, but it itself is equals to the amount of silver deposited here or amount of silver deposited here. So from these amounts of silver deposited, we can know the total current carried or total current carried we can know. So instead of finding out the decrease in both the compartments, if we find out the increase in the amount of silver deposited here or silver deposited here, that is equals to the total current. So only we have to determine now fall in the concentration of anodic compartment. But here the anodic compartment concentration is increasing. Let us see now how to calculate it. Let us consider this case once. Let us consider this is attached to a copper voltmeter or a silver voltmeter. Now I am considering that 3 Faraday of current is passed. If we pass 3 Faraday of current, and let us consider this case that speed of cation is 1 and speed of anion is 2, and we are passing 3 Faraday of current. If we pass 3 Faraday of current, 3 equivalents of copper will be deposited here and 3 equivalents of silver will be deposited here. Now 3 equivalents of nitrate also should come on to this electrode and bring 3 silver ions into the solution. So it should bring 3 more silver ions into the solution, because by passing 3 Faraday of current, same 3 equivalents of copper is getting deposited here and 3 equivalents of nitrate will attack this electrode and bring 3 ions into the solution. So the concentration of anodic compartment will increase by 3 equivalents. Initially, let us suppose the initial concentration is 4 equivalents. Now the expected increase in the concentration is 4 plus 3, because 3 equivalents has to increase 7. So 7 is the expected increase. but the actual increase here is these three but actual increase here is, in this case is 3 are attacking here and increase by 3, so the actual increase here is only from 4 it is increased to 6, so the actual increase or observed increase is 6. So the observed increase is not equal to the experimental increase because one cation is moving out of the anodic compartment and coming into the cathodic compartment. If that cation is also present here only in anodic compartment only, then the increase would have been 7, but the increase is only 6 because one ion is moving out of the compartment. So experimental increase minus expected increase or theoretical increase minus observed increase is equals to the number of ions going out of the anodic compartment or speed of the cation. In the same way, in one more case also, let us see. It is again attached to a copper voltmeter here. Now let us consider 4 Faraday of current is passed and speed of cation is 2 and speed of anion is also 2, and 4 Faraday of current is passed or charge is passed. If we pass 4 Faraday of current, then 4 equivalents of copper will be deposited here and 4 equivalents of nitrate will also come on to this electrode, and it will bring 4 equivalents of silver into the solution. So already there are 4 equivalents of silver nitrate earlier before the starting of the experiment, and now 4 equivalents of silver will be taken from the electrode by the nitrate ions coming and hitting the electrode. So already existing concentration is 4 and 4 Ag plus ions will be taken from electrode by the nitrate ion, so 4 more will come. So 4 plus 4 are already present, theoretical is 4 are already present and 4 will be taken by nitrate ion, so the theoretical increase should be 8, but during this process of electrolysis, in this case the increase is only 6. 4 are attacking here and increase is only now 1 2 3 4 5 6, it is increased from up to 6 only. So there is a difference in the theoretical and observed increase. The difference is 2. The difference is because the increase is not as expected because some of the ions present here, 2 cations from here is moving to here. So the difference in the decrease is because 2 ions are moving from anodic compartment to cathodic compartment. So more the ions are moving from the anodic compartment to cathodic compartment, more will be the difference between the increase as we expect and observed increase. So we can say that the theoretical increase minus observed increase is equals to the number of ions moving out of that compartment. Let us consider one more case. Speed of anion is 2 and speed of cation is 0. Now the current passed, let us suppose, is 2 Faraday. If we pass 2 Faraday of current, we know that in the copper voltmeter 2 equivalents of copper will be deposited and 2 equivalents of silver will be deposited here and 2 equivalents of NO3 minus will come here and bring 2 equivalents of Ag plus into the solution. So theoretical increase is already there are 4 equivalents of silver nitrate solution and 2 will be brought by NO3 minus ions into the solution. So the theoretical increase is 4 plus 2 and experimental increase is here also NO3 minus is bringing 2 ions into the solution and experimental increase is also 4 observed here is also 6. So the difference in these is 0. That means no cations are moving out of the solution, out of the anodic compartment. So the cathodic compartment, so the speed of the cation is 0. So the difference in the theoretical value minus observed value will give speed of ion. So the increase would have been as we expected if no ion has moved out of the anodic compartment. But the anodic compartment cations are moving out of the anodic compartment, so the increase is not as expected. Let us consider in this case also. In the first case, the speed of cation is 2 and speed of anion is 0 here, and let us suppose that 2 Faraday of current is passed. If we pass 2 Faraday of current, the amount of copper deposited in the copper voltmeter is again 2 equivalents, and number of nitrate ions coming here, silver ions deposited is 2. Number of nitrate ions coming here is also 2. If 2 nitrate ions are coming here, then they will bring 2 ions into the solution. So already the existing initial concentration is 4 and 2 are brought into the solution by nitrate ion. So the expected increase is 4 plus 2. But the found increase here is only, the found concentration after electrolysis is only 4. So the difference in the concentration is 6 minus 4, that is equals to 2. The difference in the concentration is 2, or the increase is only 4, and it is not as expected because some of the cations, that is 2 cations, are moving out of the anodic compartment. If the cations have not moved out of the compartment, the increase would have been 6 only. So this difference arises because cations are moving simultaneously when anions are coming into the anodic compartment. So the difference is exactly equal to, here 2 is equals to the speed of the cation. So this difference will give the number of cations moving out of the anodic compartment, or the speed of the cations. So in this way we can know the speed of the cation by knowing the expected increase in the concentration and observed increase in the concentration in case of attackable electrodes. Let us see one of the example to understand this concept. Using copper electrodes, a solution was electrolyzed in a transport apparatus. In the anode compartment, the amount of copper associated with the same amount of water before and after electrolysis was 0.0485 and 0.0552. So the amount of copper in the solution before and after electrolysis is in the solution is this much. That means the concentration is increasing. Concentration of copper is increasing. That means the electrodes are attackable electrodes. And during electrolysis, 0.0097 equivalents of silver was deposited in the silver voltmeter. This indicates the amount of total current or the decrease in the concentration of cathodic compartment plus anodic compartment. Calculate the transport number of copper. So amount of copper before electrolysis is this much, amount of copper after electrolysis is this much. The observed increase in the concentration is this much. But the observed increase in the concentration is this much. But the expected increase is 0.0097 So amount of silver deposited in the silver voltammeter is these many equivalents. If these many equivalents are deposited, the same number of ions will bring the same number of equivalents of copper will be brought into the solution. So the initial concentration is 0.0485, and if same number of equivalents are brought into the solution, 0.0097, 12, 18, 5, 0. So the expected increase is this much increase should be there, but the observed increase is this much only. The difference in the increase is 0.0582 minus 0.0067, 7 minus 6 1. So this is the difference in the, this is the expected increase in the concentration of anodic compartment, but the found increase is only this much. The difference in the increase is this much. This is the less increase in the concentration is due to the migration of copper ions. So this is the less decrease. This divided by 0.0515 by total current carried by both the ions is 0.0097. This is the amount of copper before electrolysis, and this is after electrolysis. This is the amount of silver deposited in the voltammeter. Now same equivalents of anions will bring copper into the solution. So the copper concentration after electrolysis we expect as 0.0485 plus 0.0097. This comes to be so this much should be the concentration of copper ions in the anodic compartment after the electrolysis, but the concentration is found this much only. After electrolysis the concentration of copper is this much only. It is less than this expected. The difference is because along with the migration of anions and bringing the copper into the solution, some of the copper ions has migrated to cathodic compartment, so there is a decrease. Now the decrease is how much? 8 minus 5 is 3, 0, 0.0. So the decrease in the concentration or the difference in the expected minus experimental is 0.003. This gives the speed of the cation by total speed of cation plus total speed of anion, that is equals to the total current. Total current is equals to total number of equivalents of silver deposited, that is equals to 0.0097. So it can be written as, the two decimals can be cancelled and write here. So it comes to be 30 by 97. I am taking it roughly as 30 by 100, 30 by or 3 by 10, that is 0.3. So speed of the cation, transport number of copper ion is 0.3 and transport number of sulfate ion can be written as 1 minus transport number of cation, that is 1 minus 0.3, that is 0.7. So in this way we have to determine transport number of cation and anion if the electrodes are attackable.